The Battle of Guadalcanal was one of the fiercest and most courageous battles of World War II in the Pacific Ocean, fought between the United States and Japan. The story goes that in the summer of 1942, the Japanese began building a military airfield on the island of Guadalcanal. Their goal was to use it to support airstrikes on important sea lanes and strengthen their own strategic position. The United States saw this move as a threat and decided to attack before the Japanese could turn it into a military stronghold. On August 7, 1942, about 10,000 American troops attacked the island from the sea and captured the airfield. But the problem was that the Japanese quickly realized the attack and began to reinforce their forces. This is where the naval and air battles began in earnest. The naval battle was the famous Battle of Safari, where huge warships from both sides clashed and caused heavy casualties. Fighters fought in the sky, and both sides wanted to control the sky at all costs. But the story of the land battle is also exciting. The Americans entered the jungles of Guadalcanal and had terrible clashes with the Japanese in the jungle tea houses. Guerrilla warfare in the jungles, ambushes, traps, and difficult geographical conditions made the task extremely complicated. After months of fierce fighting, in February 1943, the Americans completely captured the island. This victory was a major turning point in the Pacific War because Japan experienced its first heavy defeat and the Americans were able to turn the tide of the war in their favor. Guadalcanal was the turning point that helped the United States stop the Japanese advance and begin its advance into the Pacific. From then on, the Japanese were always on the defensive and were eventually defeated. Ultimately, this battle showed that nothing could stop the American will, even in the midst of terrifying jungles and oceans full of warships.